Well, you put on the cake, it don't look good, right? And the cake don't look good.
Listen, I know when my mum says something like that, I've done a good job. So come and decorate my birthday cake with me. I uploaded this picture on Instagram, Facebook. I can't remember. Instagram and Facebook, definitely. And somebody messaged me and said, "Is that a real cake?" I mean, listen, of course it's a real cake. I am a cake fan, yeah. I don't just make them just for fun and for my business. I really, really enjoy eating cake. So for my birthday, I must make a real cake too. I want to eat it as well. I'm not just making it just for decoration. So I was really looking forward to making this video to show you guys exactly how I made this cake. I made it in 2 flavors. The first flavor, which was most of the cake, was my lovely, lovely chocolate cake with salted caramel filling, my lotus biscoff cheesecake base, and filled with white chocolate ganache. I did that for most of it, and then for the top half of the side, I made a cookies and cream sponge cake with cookies and cream ganache in the middle, and then I coated it in white chocolate ganache. This video's going quite fast today, you know. Usually I'm running out of things to say, but I can't keep up with the video. But now I am coating it in pink, which was my final coat for the cake, after I had done my crumb coat for the top and bottom. So this was one of my favourite birthday cakes that I've made for myself. I wanted to make this many years ago, but I just didn't know how to execute it properly. I know I wanted like a Gemini sign, but I didn't want it like laying flat on the board. I wanted it to be standing up. So after a lot of thought, a couple of years of experience building upwards, I finally did what I wanted to. Look at me side eyeing the cake, because if anybody watched my last video where the cake fell apart, yeah, listen, you know my anxiety was through the roof stacking that up. But anyway, I start to finish off smoothing out all the rough edges on the cake to make it all nice and neat. I've also showed this in one of my other previous videos before, where I put the stencil on the cake and create a lovely pattern. For the board, I was kind of freestyling a bit. I had this like Louis Vuitton print, so I wanted to just use it. I just wanted to see how it turned out, so I just did it on the board. I used the cake tin that I baked my cake in to mark the board where I want to cut out where I want to put my cake, and then use a knife to lift up the excess fondant. And this part was very nerve-wracking as well, because the cake was actually quite heavy, you know. It was quite heavy. And look, I ended up breaking it too. I'll fix it in a minute. It's okay. You see how calm I was? Because as I said, nothing was as bad as the other one. Probably thinking, why is the cake so hard? It's very, very cold. When I'm transferring cakes, I put them in the fridge to make them stiffen up and a bit hard. So then when I transfer it onto the decorative board, it's much more easier. If it's too soft, it'll just fall apart, because there's no structure in it. So transfer it when it's nice and firm. Now, to finish off the cake, I start piping all these lovely scrolls and shells along the outline of the symbol. I feel like with this, it made it look even better, because it defined the sign a bit more. You know what I mean? Without it, I think it looked a bit, not boring, but I just think it looked better with it. And because, you know, all these lovely piped buttercream cakes are trending at the moment, I felt like this was definitely a lovely touch to add to my Gemini symbol. I think the best way to describe it as well is that basically the piping that I've added around the edges of the cake makes the cake look a bit more defined and neat, put together. I feel like with the raw edges, it just looks unfinished. Do you know what I mean? Tell me your opinion. The scrolls and the piping definitely make this look so much more better. I finished it off. I keep saying finished it off, and I'm not finished. The next step was I added this lovely, beautiful flower arrangements. I always have a pink cake with flowers. I don't know why. This year, though, I did say I'm going to switch it up. Maybe. I haven't made my birthday cake yet, but I will switch it up. To clear any confusion, this was my birthday cake last year, but, you know, I'm just now putting this video together because your girl stays in the kitchen and never have time for this content creating business, you know. But I'm on it now. I'm really on it now. This beautiful, beautiful cake stayed in my camera roll for over a year, and I have so many so many cakes like this that I've done for my clients, and they're just sitting there. They need to see the world. Well, the world needs to see them. And that's it, folks. That's my birthday cake all put together. I finished it off by putting my name on the bottom half and then adding a candle too for the video for it, but I couldn't find it. I thought I recorded it, but maybe I didn't. But that's how I ended up finishing off in the end. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for making my birthday cake with me. Bye.